So this is Baruch Fleischman, and I'm continuing on. This is chapter 10, the way this book is written out. Some of the language in this text, I would say, would be antiquated, but this is what I have, and it's an older book. This book could be like 40 years old, 50 years old, something like that. It's been many, many things published since then that probably has maybe a little bit better understanding. But here we're reading the story of our king surviving, rebuilding, making the Jewish state 3,000 years ago. And it came to pass after this that the king of the children of Ammon would be, say, like north of Jordan, or the northern part of Jordan, and Hanun his son reigned in his stead. And David said, I shall show kindness to Hanun, the son of Nahash, just as his father showed me kindness. And David sent to comfort him through his servants for his father. And David's servants came into the land of the children of Ammon. And the princes of the children of Ammon said to Hanun their lord, Do you think that David honors your father? It is not in order to investigate the city and to spy it out and to search it that David has sent his servants to you. Now this is the Middle East. And Hanun took David's servants, and he shaved off a half of their beards, and he cut off their garments in half up to their buttocks, and he sent them away. This is the way he handled the servants of David. And they told it to David, and he sent to meet them, for the men were very much ashamed. And the king said, Remain seated in Jericho until your beards grow, and then you shall return. And the children of Ammon saw that they had become odious to David. And the children of Ammon sent and hired of the Arameans and Bet Rehob. They bought mercenaries in. And the Arameans of Zobah 20,000 foot soldiers. And of the king of Maacah 1,000 men. And of Ishtov 12,000 men. They put a big army there. And David heard of it. He sent Joab and the entire host of the mighty warriors. And the children of Ammon came out, and they prepared the battle at the entrance of the gate. And the Arameans of Zobah and Rehob and Ishtov and Maacah, all of them, were by themselves in the field. And Joab saw that the battlefront was before and behind him. In other words, it sounds like he was surrounded. And he chose of all the choice men of Israel, and he sent them against the Arameans. And the rest of the people he gave over to Abishai, his brother. And he sent them against the children of Ammon. And he said, If the Arameans will be too strong for me, then you shall help me. And the children of Ammon will be too strong for you, then I shall go to your aid. Be strong. And let us strengthen ourselves on behalf of our people and on behalf of the cities of our God. And then may God do what is good in his eyes. And Joab and the people, those people that were with him, drew forward to do battle against the Arameans, and they fled before him. And when the children of Ammon saw that the Arameans had fled, then they likewise started to run too, fled from before Abishai. And they came to the city. And Joab returned from the children of Ammon and came to Jerusalem. And the Arameans saw that they were smitten before Israel, and they gathered themselves together. And Hadadezer sent and brought out the Arameans that were from behind the river. And they came to Helam and Shobach, the captain. Shobach, the captain, the host of Hadadezer, before them. And it was told to David, and he gathered together. And this sounds like they regrouped themselves. And it was told to David and he gathered together all Israel. And he crossed the Jordan River and came to Helam. And the arm of the Arameans set themselves against David and fought with him. And the Arameans fled before Israel. And David slew of the Arameans 700 chariots, 40,000 horsemen, and Shobach, the captain of his host, he smote, and he died there. And all the kings, the servants of Hadadezer, saw that they were smitten before Israel. And they made peace with Israel and served them. and the Arameans feared to aid the children of Ammon anymore. It doesn't mean that these people went away. So we see the course of time. One has to realize that I'm getting older, and this is, I would tell you how old I am exactly, but this is 3,000 years ago. Look at the numbers of people that are involved in these wars. Look at the animosity. The fact that you have to get into the situation where you're conquered a land, and now you have to control the population that's there, but that doesn't mean that the population is any happier with you. It just gives you an opportunity, and this is what's really happening in Israel, for you to live in your own land in peace by keeping the lions away from the gate, so to speak. That's basically what happens, because we live, as we see in the Psalms. We're going to be learning a psalm, hopefully, soon. And we'll be listening to the songs of our connection with the Most High. That is your Jewish people. This is Baruch Fleischman, your Saba at the Tikkun Elevator Kollel.